Are you still going strong with your New Year resolutions? Or have you already fucked it up? If things feel messy, don't stress. I've been there. In 2023, I was the MVP of my company. By December 2024, I was redundant. I was sitting on a Teams call just before Christmas when I was told there was a change in direction. 1 year, I'm the most valuable player. The next, I'm out of a job. Again, when you do everything right and still end up at zero, your confidence doesn't just dip, it tanks. My routines collapsed. My life felt like it had exploded all over the floor. But that explosion was exactly what I needed to rebuild a life that actually works. Today, I'm going to show you the Alignment Triad, the 4 R's, and the 1 problem rule. The exact systems I use to clean up the mess and get back on track. If you're tired of surface level motivation and want a real framework to fix your life in 2026, let's get into it. When that news hit, I'm not gonna lie, I spiraled. I was trapped in this loop of, how am I back here again? Did I fail my family by moving us all the way to Australia? And this mindset didn't just stay in my head. It leaked into my life. I was there physically, but mentally, I was a ghost. My wife and son felt it. After about a week of wallowing, I tried my old trick. I told myself to stop and wake the fuck up. Now, that used to work for me in my 20s, especially after a bad breakup. But bare-knuckling my way through life now doesn't work when you have a mortgage and a family depending on you. The stakes are just too high. I realized I didn't need more motivation, I needed structure. I needed a way to navigate the mess without burning out. So I sat down and committed to 3 things that would move the needle. First, I had to define my non-negotiables. Second, I needed a feedback loop to make sure I was staying in alignment. And third, I needed a high leverage focus, doing the things that gave me the most progress for the least amount of energy. Let me show you exactly how that looks in practice. If you're watching this and your life feels chaotic right now, don't overthink this. You don't need 20 resolutions, you need 3 to 5 anchors. These aren't goals, but rather things that keep you steady when everything else is in chaos. Personally, I have 5. Number 1, I fail before the day even starts. I wake up before the sun, I hit a heavy lifting session, and then I do a painful cardio block. I make sure I finish before my family wakes up. I get comfortable with failing even before the day starts, which allows me to take on the rest of the day head on without worry if I can manage it or not. Number 2, being the leader my family deserves. I want to be the son, the husband, and the father that they deserve. Even though my mom is back in Singapore, I make sure we talk virtually every week. For my wife and son here, I make sure I am emotionally and physically present. Number 3, health and wellness. This is my healthy obsession. I love biohacking and optimizing my performance. But it's not just about me now. Now, I'm the one making sure my family is eating clean and staying healthy. Number 4, sleeping like a brick. Stress is a sleep killer. I used to lie awake overthinking everything. But I knew I had to fix that. I optimized my room, I cut out blue light an hour before bed, I stopped eating 4 hours before bed. I had fixed sleep and wake up times. And I started using magnesium. Number 5, road mapping the next phase. Without a job, I had to figure out how to bring in the moolah. I spent hours mind mapping revenue streams while job hunting and building this brand. I believe that this is the work that would create my future. Now, to make sure that these weren't just random tasks, I put them through a system I've used for years. I call it the Alignment Triad. It's how I make sure my actions actually move the needle, and it breaks down into 3 levels: purpose, priorities, and actions. Let's use my sleep routine as an example. The purpose is recovery. I need to be alert to tackle the next day at 110%. The priority is huge. It's right up there. Without sleep, I'm sluggish, irritable, and a shit person to be around. And the actions are what I had covered earlier. See how that works? It aligns from the why all the way down to the what. If your non-negotiables don't hit all 3 levels of the triad, I have a feeling you'll probably quit them by February. The next thing I needed was a feedback loop. I came up with a simple ritual called the 4 R's. It takes 10 minutes every Sunday and it keeps me from drifting off course. Step 1 is review. Audit your week. What actually worked this week? What drained my energy? Where did I fail? Step 2 is remove. This is the most important one. Delete or simplify anything creating unnecessary stress. You don't always need to try harder. Sometimes you just need to remove the friction. Step 3 is realign. Look at your upcoming week. Does your schedule actually support your direction? And step 4 is recommit. Pick one thing you must follow through on this week. Just one. Do this weekly, and I promise you, the mess won't have a chance to build up. The last piece of this puzzle is about efficiency. When life feels messy, we usually try to fix everything at once. We want to fix the diet, the job, and the marriage all on the same Monday. This is the fastest way to burn out. Instead, try using the one problem rule. Look for one problem that if you fixed, makes everything else easier. It's like a domino. If you fix your sleep, your energy and discipline improve automatically. If you fix your morning routine, your stress drops and your productivity goes up. If you fix your finances, that constant background anxiety starts to fade. You don't need to fix everything today. You just need to fix the right thing first. Look, your life isn't a disaster. It's just disorganized. And when you bring structure, clarity, and alignment back into the room, the whole year starts to move differently. If you want 2026 to be the year you actually stay on track, not just for the first 2 weeks of January, but for real, start building these systems. They give you the stability you need to build a legacy. If you found these frameworks helpful and you want more content on getting unstuck, hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It really helps the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.